Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei. Just today is, you've seen the title. Not the most fun topic. This was a bit of a struggle for me to consider whether I should or should not talk about it, but, I've seen a couple people ignore the AI covers. I've seen, Reds talked about it, I think Parker, yeah, Rick talked about it too, then there's Tommy, like, I just think it makes sense for me to at least address it. I will do it very casually because, as you all, at least for those of you who do know me, or at least for a long time, know, I am not one to take advantage of situations like this. I don't like that, so I will just be talking about my feelings about this. It's been a year, and in that year, I'll be completely honest. Only a couple times have I really thought back about it because I kind of wanted to mentally move past this situation, and it is still very tough. Obviously, I was not very personally connected to techno. We had never spoke, never, almost never interacted through text, never spoke to him in voice, never. So on that level, there is no connection. There's nothing for me to be sad about because I never got the opportunity to. Would have loved to, but never got the opportunity to. As a viewer, a lot of you who do know me for a while will know how influential this man was for me. As is apparent in some ways that I speak and sound and whatever, which is all obviously not intentional. That's just what happens when you grow up and start to learn how to identify yourself, and then there happens to be someone that, sticks and makes sense, and it's kind of a mold for you to be shaped into. But besides that, for those of you who don't know, by the way, I privated these or unlisted them a while ago. This is what this video is about, because these were gaining a lot of attention for the wrong reason. At the time that these were posted, these videos, there was very little news about the situation. This regarding techno video is when the news for the first his sickness came out. The ones before were before anyone publicly knew, so there was no ill intent. But regardless of that, I wanted to private it because it's not a great look when the most popular content on my channel is about someone who's no longer here. So I wanted to, get rid of all that, or at least vault it. So if you're interested in watching these and you're not familiar, you can find the link. That's the link, or it's on this video. I will not link it. It's up to you. Either way, yeah. So the thing is, now that I've become more of a streamer, I get a lot of new people who don't know who I am, don't know my past, and they come in chat, and they say things like, "Hey, you remind me of Technoblade. You kind of sound like Technoblade, whatever, And every time I see one of those messages appear, I just kind of I respond because I love talking to people in the chat. I don't want to purposefully ignore people if it's not something harmful. So I just say like, oh yeah, I get that sometimes, but it does hit me just a little bit every single time, because it's part of my history, and after all the news came out, and especially after the most tragic news came out, a lot of questions came to mind, and just a lot of info came out that was kind of surreal. Sharing the same name, almost, I think his birthday is literally a week before mine, a couple years off, but it's a week before. That's so weird. so weird how it's so similar. I still can't believe it. It's so I don't get it. Obviously all coincidental, but that's crazy. But yeah, the main thing I wanted to talk about. I know my train of thought is absolutely all over the place right now because talking about things like this is not very fun. I talked about this with my friends in a voice call. I think either yesterday or the day before. I don't really remember exactly. And I talked about something that was very private about this situation that I will not address publicly, and do not ask me about it because I will not tell you unless the person that is also involved with it approves. But I doubt that will happen. I addressed it publicly in that, or not publicly, privately in that voice call, and that it did hit me. It really did. Cause damn, when the news broke out, that was a rough place to be in. I was the following not couple of minutes, it was a little while. The following little while after that news came out was not something I like to think about because it was very sad. Either way, the main message I wanted to get across here is that Minecraft YouTube, which obviously techno is a really big part of, hasn't felt the same since he's been gone. It's felt very hollow, and it's something that I would like to try and not as much solve, but try to fill a void. However, I'm a little afraid that I will be wrongfully judged for my intentions, as happened with these videos. What I would like to do is I would like to at least give it a shot to not make the same content techno used to do, but take a similar approach where rather than focusing on what current YouTube focuses on for the most part, which is like topics that are like the best bass, the hardest this, the coolest this, I did 50 million whatever, right? To instead focus on organic content, talking about an experience from high school with some gameplay behind it, talking about conquering an SMP just for the fun of it, the entertainment, the comedy behind it, the purity that came from that content is so unique, and I miss that so much. Obviously, there's still a very big backlog of content to watch, but all of that is nostalgia rather than a new experience, which obviously the greatness is still there in the content, but it's something that you'll never hear or see something new from again, similar to some music artists. I mean, for example, like a Juice World. Actually, no, that's a bad example, but yeah, let's say Juice World. Obviously, he has a backlog of content that was never seen, but you'll never hear a current day version of his music ever. Never. You'll hear new content because he has a backlog, but never will he talk about like something current day, which is weird. Death in general, weird. I won't get into it too much because I'm a Minecraft YouTuber. I'm just talking to a screen right now, but it's surreal the way things work, and this whole situation is something that will forever be remembered for as long as Minecraft continues to exist as a game in the consecration sphere. everywhere. Mostly, obviously, in the Minecraft community itself. I imagine if the Minecraft community were to fade out and it's only non-Minecraft people that tend to play it like once in a while, people won't really think about it too much. But almost every single current day Minecraft-oriented creator has, in some way, shape, or form, has a connection to Technoblade. Everyone, whether that's personal or as a viewer, inspiration, etc., whatever. Almost everyone. And that is crazy. So, as a final statement, before I ramble on for much longer than is needed, Technoblade never dies. I mean, like I said, he may never be able to produce new content for people to enjoy, but his legacy and what he has left behind will stick around for as long as the Minecraft community may exist, and that is an accomplishment that not many will be able to achieve, and he achieved it just so casually, just by existing, and that is very inspiring. So yeah, that's my message. I felt like I needed to say something because of how impactful this has been on my entire online career, and how impactful it will probably still be for the future, considering that to this day, people continue to point out the similarities, and I keep learning new information that confuses me. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you back with some regular content soon. Goodbye.